Now, many times in India, particularly when we come across companies who claim to do Industry 4, most of what they are able to show is OEE or productivity monitoring or inventory monitoring or breakdown monitoring. But don't you think these are the things which we were doing 20, 30 years back also when there was no sign of Industry 4? Now, what is the big deal then? Now, I have heard this question from many MSMEs again. They say that all this we were doing before, so what is new?
Okay.
Now, have you come across any good examples that you can cite where Industry 4 has been implemented the way it should be?
Yeah. So I'll give you examples later, but
Yes.
before that, I would like to comment on what
Yes.
you said, right? So there are two ways to go about any new technology or any new initiative. Yeah, you either evolve or you transform, right? Transformation or revolution is you change everything at one go. So it's not incremental. It is at one big bang and you change everything. Now to do that, you really need various things. The first and foremost being that the commitment and the vision of the management and everybody till the bottom. Then you need some risk taking ability or willingness to take the risk, because to do a complete transformation in at one go, you need to change a lot of things, and not just technology is, I think, the easiest of the
Yes.
whole basket, but you need to change a lot of things. Now, how many industries are willing and capable of that? Very few. But the other approach, which is the evolution, that means bit by bit, incrementally you change. Now, when you start in that approach, I think first steps are what you mentioned, OE and
Yes.
reduced downtime and so on. But people were doing it whatever 10, 20 years, but there is a big difference. When OE is measured on Excel using Excel sheet and by feeding data manually, the results you get versus the OE which you calculate by getting data from the machine, there is a huge difference. And every time we go in any industry to do our installation, people are already calculating OE.
Yes.
When they start getting data from the system, they get a shock. On paper, on Excel, it is something 80%, 85%, and through the system, it comes like 65, 67, something like that. Then they first start saying, oh, system is wrong. Then you have to show them the data. You have to prove, because so many small things we don't catch when we are doing the manual entries. So yes, so this first step is good, I think. It will give you a basic fundamental footing and foundation, and then on top of that you can start doing artificial intelligence, vision systems, and whatever else you want to do, right? Now coming to your sub part of the question as to who has done it in India, right? So
who has done it well?
Yeah, who has
according
done
to
it
you?
well, or who
Yeah.
has done it transformation?
Yes.
Yeah. So you might be knowing World Economic Forum has an initiative called as Lighthouse Factories. So these lighthouse factories are the ones who have implemented advanced Industry 4.0 across their entire setup. It's not just one department or one line. That's not enough. Across that. And I think there are 3 or 4 companies in India who are part of that lighthouse network. And Tata Steel plant in Jamshedpur is one of them. Then Unilever, one of their plants near Mumbai is another one. And there is one pharma company also. I forget the name. But there are 3 or 4 Indian companies who have gone all out and done the entire transformation of their organization. Then there are some other examples also nowadays coming up, where when a greenfield factory is set up now, or a greenfield plant is set up, new plant, then they do this Industry 4.0 from the day one. They build it or they design
It was
it.
in their DNA,
Yeah,
right
exactly.
from day one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then there are some such examples also.
Okay.
But that is kind of, I won't say it is easy, but it is more straightforward. Having an existing plant like Tata Steel and convert it into a lighthouse
legacy into this digital
it must
transformation.
be a huge effort and
have
huge
been,
commitment. Yeah.
And truly, it must be commendable. I mean, what you say, but
Then I would like to mention one more thing that has happened in India, and because we are part of it. So in Indian, the Pollution Control Board of India has decided about 7-8 years ago that certain types of industries have to report their air and water emissions to the regulators in real time online. And they decided, or they made that policy, and then they followed it up with the implementation. So today in India, thousands of industries are giving their air and water emissions data to the government 24/7 in real time, and accurately, means directly from the measurement, the analyzers or the instruments which measure. And we are one of the leaders in this space in India. We have connected about 3,000 industries across India on our platform EnviroConnect, and the data is going to various state boards. And in this respect, India is ahead of even the US or other Western countries. In US, lot of places this data is given once in a day offline mode. And in India, it is online mode. And this is not full Industry 4.0, but the IIoT, Industrial Internet of Things part of it.